Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. We are in the building. This is Loyalty and Friends. We in the podcast, the self-love podcast. We got the queen here. We talking about that final plea. This is round 2. If you missed the first round, you want to go to IG and get caught up. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you tell somebody because we talking about sexual violence. You know, we're talking about sexual violence, and we're talking about it more intentionally when it comes to like family. Ooh, that's man, that's a lot. I know that's a lot. So Queen, we gonna hop right back into it just because I know that you on fire and you've already been talking about it on your mind. So for the people that's just joining us, tell us why we're here.
Yeah, so recently, of course, I've been going through a case, sexual assault, a case that was, and the sexual assault was against my daughter. Unfortunately, it was from someone very close to me, my own brother,
Woo.
and I had to do what was right. I stand on the side of right, so of course, I got the authorities involved. He's currently incarcerated, and when he wasn't taking the plea, and I guess after closer thought and offer him something slightly different, he decided to go ahead and take the plea. And that's what brings us here today. So the plea was yesterday, which was the final plea and sentencing, which also led up to us being able to give a statement as well in court. So that's why we're here today, so we can talk about the final plea.
So how much time did he get? Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, so the original offer was 25 years,
Woo.
and but he pled, they end up, I guess, coming to some common ground where they offered 20 years, where he would have to serve 10 years behind bars. He would get time served for the time he's been in there since he's been incarcerated, but he also has to register as a sex offender. So, of course, that the laws are different depending on what state you're in, of course, but he would definitely have to register. And if he violates and chooses not to register, that can be a violation. And he could potentially have to do the full 20 years. So any violation could go against the original 10 years served and make
Right.
him have to do the full amount.
So give us one word to describe how you feel right now.
Hmm. That's kind of hard to say right now. I don't even know how to put it into words. I
Okay.
say the word I would say is bittersweet.
Bittersweet. Okay, well, you know me. I can't just stop with that. I need to know bittersweet. What does that actually mean to you, though? Like, what's bittersweet?
I'm happy some justice got served, and I say that because unfortunately, these things continuously happen in our families, as we know. When are we gonna start taking a stance and stepping up and doing what's right? Even if it's your brother, sister, your uncle, your husband, it doesn't matter
Yeah.
who. We have to start stepping up. And I'm not just gonna speak on men because it happened from women too. Women do it as well. So it can be an auntie, it can be a mother, it can be a sister. Okay. So I don't want to just kind of just pinpoint and just put it out on as a male perspective, like only males do it. That's not true. But sexual assault is happening and it's happening to our youth. So when are we gonna start taking a stance, right? This is important. We have to continuously speak out on it. So, as difficult as it was for me, very uncomfortable,
Hmm.
I knew it had to be done. And some people aren't happy about it, and that's okay. They have their right to an opinion as well. But at the end of the day, I stand on the side of right, and I had to advocate for my daughter. I have been a victim. I know what that feels like.
Mm.
And to be victimized and nothing gets done, it's like
Very
I'm
true.
not even. I mean, and of course, as a victim, you're upset and you ready to blame somebody. I don't even. I'm not even gonna say I blame anybody for what happened. Unfortunately, bad things happen to good people. And people don't go through their healing process and they're traumatized for whatever situation. And sometimes it may not be trauma driven. It could be some other things that can contribute to it, but things like this can happen, but we have to start taking a stance. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be you know, don't be embarrassed about what happened to you. Speak up. Speak your truth. Speak out and boldly about it, and hold them accountable. Hold them accountable.
Yeah,
Now, what I will say where justice is fair, because it's like that's not a lot of time when you think about it, when the effects of the incident can be very long term, and it can even lead up into her adulthood. And then not only that, she didn't have any say so to be violated in that manner, like, how can you really put a time on it, right?
right. There is no.
And then he's incarcerated. So what justice is on that end? Is he gonna get any help while he's in bars? You know, like, what are they offering for those? So when they do get out, that they don't be repeat offenders. You know,
Right.
that's
So,
gonna prepare him to get back into the real world.
right. So speaking of brother, that is, that's your brother. That's your mother's son, correct?
Absolutely.
So how you feel now? Like now that justice has been served, you got, some justice out of it. You might not have been what you wanted. You wanted him to probably do life. What did you want?
Not even that. I'm kind of happy we didn't have to go to trial, because I feel like that would have re-traumatized her.
Mhm.
The whole situation is hurtful. I think what hurts the most is that even though the plea has been given and all of this, and he is now behind bars, and we know he's not getting out at least for another 8 years, possibly, he still fully didn't take the responsibility, and that hurts, because it's like, you put us through all this, and then you still slandering my daughter's name, even all the way down to the end.
Mm.
So that for me was like, dang, like, seriously. And I mean, I guess you just say, it is what it is. He still has somebody he's gotta be judged by. It's not me, you know. I forgive, however, he chooses to deal with it. Hopefully he gets the help that he needs, but I have to keep moving on and do what's right for my daughter.
So
Um,
that just
Another
let you.
stipulation of the proceedings was he can no longer have any contact with the victim as well. So that was big also.
So that means he wouldn't be able to. He's not able to be in the family no more. Or he just can't contact your daughter anymore.
He cannot contact my daughter. And also, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, if you are registered on the sex offenders list, he could potentially lose his parental rights as well. So
Okay. Okay. Well, I just want to say, I'm extremely, extremely proud of you. I appreciate you coming and letting the family know, because we all have been with you since this started. We've been, riding with you, supporting you, hugging, loving on you, and for you to come out and let us know that, man, that it took a lot of courage. I know it took a lot of courage. So, is forgiveness on the menu?
absolutely. I feel like forgiveness is not even about the victimizer. It's really about you. Because if you don't forgive and you're harvesting these feelings, then you can hinder yourself from moving forward and the blessings that God has for you. So, of course, forgiveness is definitely on the menu. Now, where does forgiveness look? Just because you forgive somebody doesn't mean that you have to allow them to eat at your table either, because you have to set healthy boundaries. So, yes, the forgiveness is definitely there, and I will have to fine tune to see what that forgiveness is like. I would like to answer the question that's right below. I see Miss Cherise Hackney is with us. Thank you so much for joining, and we
Yeah.
appreciate y'all support for sure. So let's see, what does it say? Looking back, do you feel like there were signs of this behavior in your past growing up? Um, hmm.
That's a good
To,
question.
an- yes, that's a very good question. To answer that in all honesty and transparency, there was an incident that happened many, many years ago, maybe 15, 16, no, 16 plus years, I want to say, with my brother when he was about 14. And DFACS did get involved. There was no physical evidence, so it was kind of more or less like his word against the child word. However, at the end of that, the child psychologist did speak on it and said that even though there was no physical evidence, she felt like something did happen. And I addressed my mom about it then. And, I guess any mother's, defense mechanism at that time, because he was a child, was, well, children can lie. We don't know if it's any truth or if he really did anything, since there was no physical evidence, this and that, instead of really. And I'm like, I get it. How do you hold a 14-year-old accountable? There are ways. And I feel like if he had gotten the help that he needed, baby, then it wouldn't have happened 15, 16 plus years later. And who's to say it didn't happen to someone else? I just appreciate my daughter for speaking her truth and coming forward so something can be done and we could get justice, because some people never get justice at all.
Absolutely. So there's somebody right now watching this that needs some encouragement, that's going through the exact same thing. What would you say to them to encourage them to speak up?
I would tell them, there is a group of people like myself and others who really want to be your support system. So don't feel like you have to do this alone, for sure. And you speaking your truth can save another life and can save another child from going through the same thing. So I'm going to encourage you to really speak up and speak out about it. Don't be embarrassed about it. And don't be apologetic. Do what's right. Stand on the side of right. Because
Yeah.
silence is not the way to go. We have to speak up about these things, because when you speak it and when you be silent, then who's to say that that person is not going to hurt someone else? So we have to do our just do as well to make sure that we're holding people accountable to the highest extent, and making sure that they getting the healing that they need as well. So when they do re-enter in this community, that they're able to be good citizens amongst the rest of us. So.
Okay. So I appreciate again, as we near, the end of this part of the podcast. I just want to encourage you to just to keep telling your story, keep sharing your story. I know you got a book out, and my Amazon notification actually notified me that the book was out today. Like, I mean, was it today? Did the hardback come out today? We'll talk to us a little bit
Yeah,
about
so
that.
the ebook has been on sale, and up until today, of course, the price did change for ebook, but I did have it on sale for quite a while for pre-sales, and even when it first went live for $6.99. But the ebook is now $9.99, so it's very still inexpensive. If you want to get the paperback, the tangible copy of it, you can get that for $24.99, and we will have the hardback coming soon as well. Okay, so. This is my first book. I'm very proud, and man, it's an accomplishment. And once you get to that first one, it's like, man, your limits are very high. So I would encourage anybody to purchase this book. It's for the community for sure. It's a guide to help you utilize these tools to teach you how to utilize loyalty in everything that you do to build and strengthen your relationships in your business and daily lives. Okay. So, yes, go to Amazon and go look it up. Loyalty and Everything, a guide to building strong relationships in business and life. So, it was just time, and God worked through me. And it's funny, we manifested this back in February. I think we was podcasting back then, EA. And when you asked me when was I coming out with the book. And I felt like that was the challenge I needed. And that's when I stated that I was going to have it out as of my birthday, which just passed, by the way. So my birthday was August the 13th. And the live version of my ebook was out on August the 11th. And now officially the paperback is out as of today. So you can go get the paperback. And I'm telling you, you supporting me is going to benefit you, okay? It's not really the support that you're giving me, it's the support you're giving yourself. So I will really encourage you that get this, put this in your library, tell someone else about it if it can be a blessing to them. I think, it's good for college students, the younger generation is good for the older generation, but it's really to kind of help us really get back grounded and start back practicing loyalty in everything we do.
Yes. Loyalty in everything we do, guys. A game changer. Y'all know I'm big in recovery, so I had to be here for this. This is like a recovery moment. So, how can the people follow you?
Yeah, so if you go to my link in my bio, of course, you know I'm heavy on Instagram. I am here on YouTube, of course. You can find me on TikTok. I am on Facebook, name it, okay? I am there. I did just join the X community. Well, not X, but the thread community as well. So I am there also. But loyalty in everything, and that's no slang, okay? So you must spell it out. Loyalty, Aloyalty. I is in India, N is in Nancy, and then everything. Okay, loyalty and everything. And go to that link in my bio, of course. That will connect you with all social media platforms. And I'm looking forward to connecting with you all, man. We got a lot of work to do. This is just the beginning. I am already working on my second piece, my next piece of literature that I will be able to bless others with. So very excited. And the final plea will be in the book coming soon as well. Okay, so I just want to add that that will be part of my life story that I will be putting out there also.
Yeah. So guys, you got it. You got it first. She came to the forum. The plea happened yesterday, and she came and told us about it, just like she was telling us about it every step of the way. So we definitely love you. We support you. We stand by you. And guys, make sure y'all go get that book. And most importantly, more important than buying a book, make sure you leave a review. Tell somebody to tell somebody, because that's so important. Collaboration and and reviews. That's the new currency. That's more important than money.
Absolutely. And we want honest opinions, okay? Be as honest
Yes,
and as transparent as you can because this is my first book. This is my first baby that I birthed. So the better I get at it, the more I perfect my craft and the more knowledge that I'll be able to bless you all with. So
absolutely. So, guys, we're going over to Clubhouse in the next 13 minutes. I want to give Loyalty some time to just rest her mind because I know that this was a very heavy subject for her. So, it's been a long day. I know. Right, you breathing
yeah,
again. Breathe again. Yes. Nah, nah, nah.
yeah.
I'm going to get Tony Braxton on the show so we can get breathe again.
Come on, Tony. We need you, girl. Come on the show.
But in the meantime, any final words for your fans?
No, I just love and appreciate you all just for being here along this journey. It has been a long one. I have literally been doing court for the last couple years. Okay, 2 years. I had two different court cases going. The one for the guardianship of my niece. By the way, I did get that permanent guardianship July 11th, and now this case has finally been laid to rest as well, where my brother finally took a plea and has been sentenced. So, man, it's been a long couple years. I will say that much. Almost 3 years. Yeah.
Well, make sure you take some time for yourself this week, this weekend. Breathe, exhale, because I know you've been holding your breath for a while. Yeah. So, guys, make sure you guys join us on Clubhouse. That'll be more of a
Come
round
to
robin.
Clubhouse.
Yes, you guys can
And you
ask your
are,
questions. Go ahead.
if they don't know what Clubhouse is, it's an audio room, okay? So you don't have to be seen, you don't have to be on camera. You can come and be heard if you would like, or you can just listen in, okay, through the audio. But yes, join us on Clubhouse. And if you want to have a one on one conversation or you have more questions that you want to ask, but you don't want an audience, come see us on the OWL app, okay? You can have a one on one conversation with me. I'm real, I'm here. I'm ready to collaborate, communicate, whatever we need to do. And EA is there as well. So make sure y'all use the referral code loyalty or EA, of course.
Thank
But
you.
we would love to have y'all on OWL, OWWLL.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So, guys, we love you guys. We thank you for your support. Remember to subscribe, especially if you're on the YouTube channel. We're looking to get those numbers up. And tell
Like,
some,
comment, subscribe.
yeah, tell somebody today before we go. Make sure you just look at the person next to you and say, "Hey, go to Loyalty and Friends right now." Okay.
Hey, go to Loyalty and Friends right now.
Until next time, guys, take care of yourselves and each other. We'll see you guys. Oh, I see my brother LP joined us. LP Zellini. What's up, brother?
What's going on?
So shout out to LP, man. He been running the board on the back end, man. We might not even talk all week, but when it's time to get into this mode, he's always on board. So thank you, LP. I love you, man. And
Thank you,
I love what
brother.
you're doing. Make sure y'all support my brother, the Trigger Warning Podcast, man. He has been up and running for about a year now. And we've been having a
Absolutely.
lot of great guests. LP, you might as well get loyalty on the show. You might as well.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So
I've been
you
waiting on the book. I'm just waiting on the book.
So now,
It's coming now.
oh,
We
did
have
you
to
order
get
the
the
book,
final
LP?
chapter. It's been
I
written.
did the
The final
pre-order,
chapter.
but I got to do I want the paperback. So yeah.
Absolutely.
It's ready now, brother.
Okay.
It's ready.
So don't meet us in Clubhouse. Beat us to Clubhouse, okay? I'll see you guys
Okay.
shortly. You know, Loyalty, get you some water. Stay hydrated. I know it's hot out there in Georgia. And yep, again, we do love and appreciate your service, okay?
Thank you. Love y'all.
All right, love y'all.
Bye. Next Friday.